gonna take your cup.
The sun's right, so it's
Ready? Wait, I don't have
We'll see the thing. But I was fine about it.
Alright YouTube, this is Engineer Pat coming to you live on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. And here we have Western Maryland GP30 number 502 coming on in. And 734 is on the left. Looks like he's gonna stop right there. And he's gonna stop there. Hang on 1 second. Alright YouTube, it is Engineer Pat coming to you live here once again on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. And now we have a little engine called number 7. It's one of the, I don't know what type this is, but we're getting ready to go get a shop tour of the restoration of the Western Maryland 1309. As you can see, the GP30 is behind me. And we're getting ready to see this guy in action. He's going to take us back there to the shops where they're actually restoring it. Hey! You can tell somebody's happy with the horn this morning.
not me.
Off of the frame, the original wood frame for the tender way back in 1949 was still had creosote on top of the wooden timbers that lined the deck. So that was kind of a unique thing to find in something of this age. So we put all new sheet metal into it. We rebuilt pretty much everything from the tank up so it would meet modern day standards yet still look heritage. So we'll You can walk around now, or we'll go into the shop. It's your choice if you want to get photos. If you don't, scratch, no matter how hard you're supposed to get a cold shovel. It will not be able to sheet it. So for us, that's a pretty big deal. The Stoker motor goes underneath the open carriage. You can see kind of the sliding arms. The Stoker motor goes in there. Or, I'm sorry, the Stoker goes in there. The Stoker motor is actually underneath. It goes to the right. That's how the coal gets from the tender into the fire hose. And of course, you can see the pipes on the bottom of the water that come down from the tank. It's like a conveyor. It's a big screw, that an auger type deal, that actually the coal will fall through the floor. See the hole underneath, drops down into the auger. The auger brings it across the draw head, drives it up, and dumps it into the fire. So we're pretty proud of this. We had one of our guys, Scott Nixon, who has actually pretty much designed it and built it, or rebuilt it. So we're very, very tickled with his skills here. He's a legitimate asset to the company. Not to mention, not like the rest of our guys are not, but he was most instrumental in getting this project complete. Any questions for you folks?
The people who work on these, are they volunteers, do they paid, or how does that work?
We use a mixture. We use our own paid staff, we use our volunteer staff, and we use a contractor. People that are here today are contractors. We don't have any volunteers today. If they are, they're usually big trained. Yes. How many of you are C&O fans? It's like it's two steam locomotives on one frame. It's called a Mallet, M-A-L-L-E-T, named after the French developer of it. This is actually the front engine. It's currently sitting on shop trucks, which gives it kind of an odd appearance. But you can see that the cylinder heads are here on the front, and we'll actually have to go through a side door because there's some stuff here on the floor I don't want you to step on or trip. And you can kind of see the back end of it. But the engine actually pivots together. So the front engine is all independent of the other engine that's behind it. And we'll show you that. That's how it can go around curves, pretty sharp curves, and do the grade. Let's walk one around. What else can I tell you? Of course, if you look into the front end, that's the smoke box. You can see where the tubes will go in, and we're somewhere around 2 to 3 weeks away from having it retubed so we can do the hydro. We're getting close. The white, yellow, and red paint is actually a status of that position of that rivet or that bolt. The white ones are good. The red ones are absolutely not replaced. The yellow ones are getting back to that replace them.
What is the yellow one? What is the yellow one?
Yellow ones are
Up there.
the yellow bolts are constantly replaced.
Oh, that's not.
White, yes, no elevation. Got it. This is actually where that front engine, the locomotive will come down and sit on top of the front engine, and this is its pivot point. One of the two pivot
Right here.
points.
So the big cylinder stays rigid, but the parts underneath
The front engine moves around, yes, it literally flops around. That engine is fixed to the frame as well. So these are driving boxes. This is actually what the wheels set in to go around. Some of these were marked 1309, others were marked 1307, and I think 1302. Rather than unique.
What is this manufacturer?
Baldwin Locomotive Works, product of November 1949.
That's Philadelphia.
Yes. This was the last locomotive built by Baldwin Locomotive Works for domestic service. We're kind of excited about that. Boy, the game Baldwin, Hamilton, London. And it will be the largest locomotive in daily service in the United States.
Wow.
Yes, this is MLA 662. MLA, M-A-L-L-E-T. So once we get steam going, of course the water produces the steam. The steam actually travels into comes down through into the first engine. Goes into the cylinder. It's exhausted into the center. That center pipe is headed into the front engine, so we get double action out of the steam before it comes back out and goes out the stack. So they call it, this locomotive can operate in simple and complex modes of operation.
So there's steam and steering in there.
Correct, yes. Low pressure, high pressure.
Does that mean the engines are identical? Do they have different dimensions?
Different dimensions, yes. These are, I think this is larger than that. On the low and high. I am not a steam guy. That's the first thing I guess I should have said to you. I do diesels, I do heritage freight diesels, I can do the Fs, I can do Jeeps. I cannot do steam. They are putting me in special classes to teach me how to be user-friendly with a steam locomotive. So bear with me on that. That's why I brought Kevin with me today, although he's conveniently wandered off. He knows all the steam questions. If I don't know what I just say, I don't know. So we'll get you an answer. Of course, you can see where these driving boxes would slide in. The big rectangle spaces underneath the front here on this engine number 1.
Actually, they're slugs. What are all the slugs for?
They are staples. See if there's any weakness or any leaks in the steel. This is all under fire and water. So it's basically a place to see if it leaks. It means we've got issues coming. The metal's getting thin, or some sort of.
Do they stay there?
Well, how are you?
Actually, what I'm looking at is caps over top of the bullets.
They're called flexible staples. We have rigid, we have flexible. These are the flexies. And that part would be the box end of the locomotive. See exactly where the cap will go. I'll show you the new cap here directly. All these gentlemen here today are actually Boilermakers. They're actually working on the firebox itself to make that nice and safe to move the fire in there and hopefully get to a high temperature. So between the firebox and all the parts on the floor, it all goes back one somehow. It's a gigantic puzzle. Worries me a little bit. Somebody actually knows where all this stuff goes, and that's impressive to me. We did have to do a lot of replacement work on the boiler itself. From what I understand, they put patches in because the metal had been exposed to the elements for so long by sitting outside. And it was pitted, it became thin, and that's one of the alarming factors on the steam locomotive when we move water. Now, it's thin, but you can't really see it anymore. All that firebox door is actually a patch section cut out of the place. for us. They did that last summer, I guess it was. We had new wheels made for it from the Ajax Wheel Company, and Strasbourg sweated them on.
I'll go to the other side.
It's a tire on a wheel, just like your automobile uses rubber tires on a wheel. We use a rubber tire. It's up. Business card 204, which is the whole reason I'm part of this endeavor, is actually behind the shop building. We're going to be digging it out on Monday to give it a better assessment for scope of work and have that done by next September. So we're moving right along with our projects. Of course, our Heritage Freight cars are sitting behind that on track 12. And cars 110 and 112 here are our coach cars. They'll be on the train today. Of course, the first class dining cars are on track 15, and then because our baggage car is actually one of the things the cars you rode in on today have actually been. Making drawings and measurements one day. He's out here making drawings. 3 weeks later, the cab shows up. So pretty impressive operation. So old meets new. Our volunteer, Paul Blackingston, actually is a woodworker. If you look inside at the roof line, he's the one that did all of the woodwork for us. A lot of those houses probably not rehab. Once you get over and take a look at it, you can see for yourself it's pretty much steel, sheet metal, full of rust. It's more cost effective for us to have one completely rebuilt than it was to repair the original. So feel free to walk around and take a look. Just watch your step. Now, a lot of people do ask us what that H6 means on the side of the cab. That was actually the classic locomotive that it was given by the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad. But since we are a Western Maryland railroad, we will be changing the class. We will be changing a few other things about the locomotive as well to give it much more of a Western Maryland appearance than a C&O locomotive. So it will be a Class M2B locomotive when it's all done. And the bottom number is actually the weight of the locomotive, and that will not change.
Alright YouTube, we are back on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad for the dinner train this evening. It's pulled by a Western Maryland GP30 number 502. I think it's one of two GP30s they have on their roster. We got some passenger cars behind me. They have a lot of streamlined passenger cars like you saw earlier. Female conductor, wow. How you doing? The side by the back. Old streamlined passenger cars. Now this is incredible. This is incredible. He's trying to get all the cars in. Alright, he's stopping. Alright. Now we're going to board this train. We're going to go see a really nice show tonight. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hey YouTube, it's Engineer Pat again coming to you once again live on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad. We've spent pretty much the entire day here riding the train through the shop where they're restoring the 1309, and now this is the dinner train. I want to kind of move a little bit down the train to get away from the AC units that are powering the refrigerated equipment. See, you have a lot of old streamlined passenger cars that have been preserved by the museum. You can think of a lot of places that have them. Santa Fe, Great Northern, many other railroads had passenger cars that look like this because they have lines all the way down the car. Many manufacturers made passenger cars. Pullman, which is one of the most famous, and also the famous Bud cars that were purchased by the Baltimore and Ohio, and many others. These have been preserved, and I'm really happy to see that these babies are still doing what they do best. So we come on down to the back. There's a gondola back here and a caboose that I actually took a picture of a little while ago. One of the cars is getting worked on. They've substituted one of the freight cars that they redid, originally delivered in 1951 for the Atlantic Coastline Railroad. So I'm just kind of doing a nice pan. They've got about 10 cars on this train pulling by the GP30 that I just did a video of. Let me go ahead and get in between one of these cars so you can see how they're connected. See, they're connected by a rubber tunnel. It's just like it is with the Amtrak cars, and as you can see, this one has 480 volts that's provided the electricity to provide the lights, and also the AC, the refrigerated units that are on the train that's keeping all the food cold. And all the electrical supply comes from the locomotive. The locomotive has all the electrical power, and it goes throughout the train. Same with the air brake system. Once it applies to the locomotive, it goes all the way throughout the train. So, and of course, right down there is the coupler, and you also have the coupler cup bar that's here, and also the electrical hoses and the air hose, which is the most important. So now we come around and take a look at the trucks on this one of these cars. See, they look very similar to like a 4-axle locomotive almost. So you have a little a brake cylinder that comes in that allows the train to slow down. And see, there are your let me think of the right word. Those are your brake shoes or your brake pads, because that's the clamp that goes down on the wheel and makes the train slow down. It's sort of like brake shoes and brake pads on your car. Once you apply the brakes, it slows the car down, and it works the same way with the railroad. And see, look at this. These are magnificent cars. As a rail enthusiast, I absolutely love old passenger cars. I tell you, I mean, anything related to old passenger cars, I'm happy with. So, just thought I would do a little quick coverage on the back of the train so I could talk about them a little bit. And we will go inside and we will have some fun. So anyway, that concludes this part, and I've done lots of coverage today, and there's a big surprise for tomorrow. So I will save that for tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching.
You can see him, Patrick. Yep, that's us.
Is that us?
Probably us, isn't it, Patrick, or is it the other one? That's us. Got on the good side of the train going down. Well, yeah.
Put into these and make sure that they're
Yeah, they're really
for you.
It's too much for me.
Get it in between. Good, I got one.
Is this a down and back? Or is this loop? I mean, the end, there's a loop at the end, and we'll be coming back, will we be on that side, or did they just push us back and on this side?
I don't know.
Should I ask
If John comes through.
Okay, there she goes.
John's watching.
Hey YouTube, it's Engineer Pat coming to you live once again on the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad here at the Frostburg station. And now Western Maryland 502 is going to come over here on the turntable. We're going to turn the engine around and you're going to watch this little bad boy in action. So you're going to uncouple the cars now.
How are we doing?
Good. Turntable's right behind me. We're going to get him coming on the turntable, so let's listen to him idle for just a moment. Alright, they just made the cut. Here she comes. He's good. And he's coming off. successfully. And here comes the empty turntable coming back. All right.